This is the Relevant Podcast.
It's episode 1126, and it's the Relevant Podcast. Here in Orlando, I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and joining me from Loverland, Virginia, it's Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
From Nashville, Tennessee, it's artist, producer, mogul, Derek Miner.
Hello, what it do? What up, though?
That's great. And from also in Nashville, our managing editor, downtown, Emily Brown.
Hey, y'all.
Marty is out one more time. He's probably out finishing up his Christmas shopping. Have you guys finished your Christmas shopping?
Mm-mm. I have not, but I've entered the season of like White Elephant and gift exchanges. And so I already have the regift pile going, you know, the stuff that you end up with are like, oh, sweet, a Target gift card. I can give this to so-and-so, you know?
Whenever I go to the family Christmas, which it's like a mom, dad, brother, maybe an aunt, I always have to put a couple other Starbucks gift card and a mug type thing in the trunk because you don't know what other relatives might show up, and then you don't want to be you got some for this aunt but not that aunt. So yeah, I'm with you. I've been amassing those regift things too for the random family members.
See, I forgot about that because I was going to confidently say, oh yeah, I've got all my Christmas shopping done, and now I'm realizing I probably need to get some generic gifts.
You're going to run into
for whoever
people.
Shows up on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of regift culture, you know, because it's generally like a gift card these days if you're going to get regifted, or it's something like that you know has mass appeal because you ended up with it at like a White Elephant exchange. You know what I mean? Okay. I just feel like it's like playing musical chairs. You want to be the last one with that thing. You want to be the 100%. Last Christmas party in the last gift exchange because you know all the gift cards that were passed around. You're getting the good ones. You know what I mean? Or at least you're getting something. You know, because they're the purchase with the widest appeal. It's simple. You know.
I remember when we had staff ones. Do you remember the ones where like the design team would forget about our White Elephant? And so they would, do you remember that one time somebody gave meat? They went down to the corner, the grocery store, and they got a steak and wrapped it in newspaper, and it was like soggy.
Yeah.
Like under the tree.
I had a black eye that day and just popped it right on.
Popped it right on.
You know.
That's good. I haven't bought one thing yet. So, I have checked to make sure that the things I'm thinking of are still in stock and on Amazon and stuff. So I'm all right. Right now. So
you say
I'll take care of it in the next couple of days. I'll take care of it. Listen, you're talking to the person who I don't have Cohen on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve is a shopping day for me. So I am the guy at Target buying presents on Christmas Eve because I have a day to kill. Why not? Okay. All right, well, let's move the show along. We have a great show in store. Drew Holcomb joins us. He has some Christmas music out. Big fan of his. And at the end of the show, you don't want to miss it. We're counting it down. It's the ultimate Christmas movie bracket. We are March Madnessing Christmas movies. We are going to name the all-time best movie ever. You don't want to miss that. And I'm sure you'll completely agree with every decision we come up with as we go.
Usually how it works.
Yep. All right, but stay tuned. Up next, it's Slices.
If I was Santa, I would set up my shopping anytime. Starting Atlanta, send all the elves to Louisiana. Stop in Montana for some cookies before I hit the town. Oh, Santa, oh yeah, I miss you on the roof. I waited up to you, but you miss me on your roof. But it's Christmas without you.
You're listening to Earl St. Clair. The song is Christmas Without You. And yes, you can find it on our Spotify playlist. It's a very relevant Christmas. Go subscribe. Today's show is brought to you in part by the new podcast, Not the Sermon. It's a hilarious new podcast that's a blend of comedy and theology. Join Eric and Jamie, a student pastor and senior pastor, as they discuss church culture, current events, music, and anything that's not the sermon. The holiday episode just dropped where they write and perform their own Calvinist Christmas carols. If you like debating theology and irreverent humor, this is for you. Search for Not the Sermon wherever you listen to your podcast. Just remember, This is not the sermon. Okay, it's time for
Slices.
What do you have, Jesse?
All right. Well, Oxford University Press, who I think considers themselves the gatekeepers for modern language, has officially named the 2023 Word of the Year. Now, there were a lot of finalists, and this year they did something different and let people give feedback online about what they think the Word of the Year should be. It was, it was a hybrid, though. It was
Bodie McBoatface?
It was votes mixed with their linguistic experts.
Got it.
Anyway, so I'm going to name some of the finalists, and you guys got to tell me around the table what you think the word of the year was. Swifty, I think we all know. I think we heard that a lot this year. An enthusiastic fan of singer Taylor Swift, as they defined it. De-influencing, which is the practice of discouraging people from buying a particular product or something like that. Beige flag, that one I saw a lot, which is not quite a red flag. Riz, the word that's short for charisma, and it's sort of a romantic charm. Heat dome, which is the weather term, and prompt. Again, sort of a technical term, parasocial, and this is designating a relationship characterized by one-sided, unreciprocated sense of intimacy felt by a viewer, fan, or follower. And then finally, this is my least favorite, situationship.
I think that's everyone's least favorite.
I don't think we need to define. Out of those, Derek, what do you think the word of the year was?
Riz. All my kids talk about is Riz. It got to be Riz.
All right. Emily, what do you think?
I think it also might be Riz. Because I feel like I've heard that more this year. Like the other words, I'd heard them before. This is the year of Riz.
Cameron, what if you had to think of what the word of the year would be?
Swifty.
That's what it should have been.
In my world, based on what I'm exposed to during every workday, Swifty for sure.
And you're welcome.
She is the person of the year, so you're not that far off. But the word of the year, in fact, is Riz. Derek, you're right. All the kids are saying it, man.
Look, my son calls himself the Rizzler.
That's a good one.
What's funny to me is
does anyone else call him Rizzler?
Slang?
No, just him.
Slang is interesting to me because it's almost like Abercrombie. Like in a certain era, Abercrombie was cool with the 20-somethings. Then it became cool with the college kids. So it wasn't cool with the 20-somethings. Then it became cool with the high school kids. Then it wasn't the college kids. Then the middle school kids. And then the brand died. Now I know it's back, but it took 10 years or whatever. Slang is like that too. Like I feel like a couple people were like doing Riz, and then now like kids are saying it. And so nobody actually says it anymore. Because middle school kids are saying it. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question.
Well, by the time it gets to the dictionary, it's cooked. Like
it's cooked, right? As an actual.
By the time it gets there, it's done.
The Oxford Dictionary. But that being said, Cameron, feel free to cut this. It hits a little close to home. But I'd be interested in talking to your parents because, as people know, Riz is short for the word charisma.
Charisma,
and
that's right.
I feel like there's a rebranding opportunity that could really put them on the map
for their magazine.
Riz magazine. I think a lot of people will be shocked. I think a lot of people will be shocked when they receive their subscription and find out what the content actually is. But it's the word of the year.
No, you just make
Riz
it for make it for the kids. Make it for the kids. This is like,
but don't change the actual magazine.
I'm surprised the church hasn't adopted this because charisma for their magazine came from charismata and charismatic, Pentecostal.
I'm sure some youth pastor at a charismatic church has made this his whole personality.
Listen, the etymology of the word is sound. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But tell them to do a big marketing campaign about Riz magazine, but don't change the content at all. So that when subscribers received it.
So Greg Locke is on the cover. Of Riz magazine.
Like a big Jesse Duplantis feature, which honestly for Riz magazine kind of checks out.
Kind of works, Creflo Dollar, Riz magazine. Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah. Anyway.
It's just I'll pass it along. Throw it out there.
Here's the other barometer of slang versus the Oxford Dictionary. As you said, you mentioned my parents. I was like, I can guarantee you my parents have not once in their life heard the word Riz. You know what I mean? Like, yet we're saying it's so passe that it's made it into the dictionary and kids are saying it. I can guarantee you my parents have never heard it. Not once. So
I don't know. You said a lot has changed, bro. A lot has changed. You never know. Your dad might call himself the Rizzler. Dude. You know what I'm saying? He might look.
I'm going to suggest this at Christmas. Christmas morning, I'm going to educate them. I'm going to educate them about Riz. I'm going to give them Jesse's suggestion, just free.
But again, tell them to market it, but do not reveal in the marketing campaign the concept. Not that I have anything against it.
Dude, the youth of America would freak out. There's a Riz magazine. I'm going to check it out. Yeah,
I love it.
And then all these 12-year-olds subscribe. And it's Jesse Duplantis on the cover. Oh, that's great.
I love it.
I love it. Let's do it. I'm going to tell them on Christmas morning, Dad, here's a free gift for you from Jesse Carey.
Say this is your gift, Dad, this year. This is and
you, Mom.
And honestly, the future of our family.
Yeah. Our love, your legacy is now in the hands of the Oxford Dictionary. All right. Emily, what do you have?
We have to talk about this crazy study that came out recently that talked about how Americans are more trusting of AI and the internet than their actual doctors.
That's Derek Minor right there.
What are you talking about?
This is Derek.
That's
Derek's getting his medical advice from ChatGPT.
No, I'm getting my medical advice from my wife, the pharmacist.
That's your wife, the doctor. Yeah. Okay, Emily, what are the stats on this? This is because that seems very novel to me. This is like you said, the majority of Americans.
It's not quite
look to the internet more than.
It's really not it's about 1 in 2 though. It's roughly around like 50%. So the fact that 1 in 2 Americans are turning either to AI or just Google search engine in general, looking for symptoms or diagnoses. But yeah, it was like 53% of them said that they would trust AI's treatment plans and prescription advice over a doctor. Like they would rather go to AI and the internet before they went to a doctor. Now, I
don't trust ChatGPT to write a book report. I don't want it to map out my cancer treatment plan.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
But that's what a lot of people are doing. Now, it does seem of the people who go to AI, about 80% of them also will go to a doctor to confirm things. So they're getting there eventually, but it's just wild that that there is at least a portion that just goes to AI and is like, oh, okay, well then I'll just go, do this over the counter medicine or something like that. And I just want to say, the internet is a lot of great things, but doctors go to school for literal years. ChatGPT has been around for 1 year. So let's just maybe make that doctor's appointment. Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. I really don't want to go through another pandemic.
Let me say this. It depends on the symptoms. Am I right, guys? I mean,
no.
Half the time I go to the doctor, it's like, I could have told you that, I'm just here for the prescription. Give me the Z-Pack. I could have told you that's what I needed. Or you maybe drive all the way out here and have you stethoscope. What are you ascertaining from the stethoscope? I'm telling you, I'm coughing. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I do think I think there are certain things that, it's like, hey, I have like a slight cough. What could I take to get rid of that? That's fine. But there are times, I've used WebMD, as most Americans have. One time it told me I'd been poisoned. Like that was one of my options.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, maybe I should have gotten a doctor consultation.
And every treatment plan, everybody is different. So it's like ChatGPT or one size fits all solutions is not. Anyway, people, come on.
I'll say this as the recovering conspiracy theorist, as Cameron would say, and but like I said, my wife is a doctor. So here's the truth: doctors are just practicing medicine. So, but they have much more practice than you. Like,
good. Yep. That's a good way to put it.
Just because a doctor is just practicing medicine and they're a human being that's administering that, like these are people that have been to school, they've been doing this for, some 20, 30, years. So it's illogical to just be like, you know what, I'm going to take precedence and pull up Chat GPT and AI. If you ever try to make an AI video, you see what it does. It makes everything liquidy and weird. So it
does not understand humans. Yeah.
It doesn't understand humans. It doesn't even know how to make a human eye, right? So, guys, they are human. They are just practicing medicine, but they have much more practice than you. It's the same thing with Michael Jordan. He misses shots, but it is Michael Jordan. These guys are professionals. They do what they do. They don't always do it right. So, but what happens in our sensational society is when a doctor makes a mistake, the first thing we want to do is say, well, all doctors don't know what they're doing. No, that doctor might have just made a mistake, or, you might have had a bad, and then not all doctors are created equal. So I think definitely you need to make sure you find a capable doctor, right? But let's not trust Chat GPT and TikTok influencers with your most important thing, which is your body. It makes sense to have a specialist help you out, right? It's important.
I trust TikTok influencers with my body. All right. What do you have, Derek?
Super quick. So Avatar 3, 4, and 5 is about to come out. James Cameron is working on that. Yes. I had no clue that he has plans all the way up to a 5th one. But
I thought there was 3. It's 5?
Yeah.
5.
Are we going to be 98 years old by the time the 5th one comes out?
Well, so he says the 4th one was already, I think he said the 3rd one is already pretty much shot. They shot it 6 months before the 2nd one came out. So they're kind of ahead. He said the reason why the 2nd one took so long is because of the pandemic. But now he says we're on a more manageable schedule.
I question that a little bit because the first one came out 15 years ago.
Yeah.
True that. But, I think maybe it was because of the success. He may not have intended for that. So he probably had to go back in the lab and figure out, where does the story go from here. So he has plans all the way up to the 5th one. So for all of you that love the Na'vi, it'll be a good thing.
I think the 5th one is scheduled to come out sometime in the 2030s. Which is just wild that we're making plans that far ahead.
That's crazy.
That's a lot, bro.
But I love he blamed the pandemic 2 years ago for a sequel that took 14 years to be released. That is
for sure.
Well, there you go. That'll do it for Slices. Buy your tickets now. You can pre-order today for the debut of Avatar 5.
Just to let you know, there might be a pandemic 12 years from now. It might hold this thing up. So
Yeah, pre-order now. All right, stay tuned. Up next, Drew Holcomb joins us.
Yeah, all that frustration, I let it go. We could turn missiles to mistletoe. We could make family out of foes. It's funny, it take the sun to turn the rain into snow. Oh, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore. Kneel right down before him. Adore him. Come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore him. Kneel right down before him. Adore him.
You're listening to 116 Tadashi Cast. No big deal. The song is "O Come." Well, today's show is brought to you in part by Relief and Development Organization Mennonite Central Committee. Have you started Christmas shopping yet? Sometimes the best gifts are the ones that can't be pulled off a shelf. This season, ask your friends and family to browse Mennonite Central Committee's Giving Guide, which is full of gifts like clean water and school meals for people across the globe. You can even give someone in need an eco-friendly stove or a bicycle. MCC's Relief, Development, and Peace work bring hope to people in the name of Christ. Visit mcc.org/give-now to find Christmas gifts that change lives. Again, mcc.org/give-now. Well, today's show is brought to you in part by Living Water International. This holiday season, ignite hope with Living Water. Join the global movement working to solve the urgent water crisis affecting 703 million people. Living Water is bringing clean water and the transformative love of Christ to millions. Right now, your generosity can create 5,000 new beginnings for those without safe water worldwide. Be a catalyst for positive change, one person, one community at a time, building flourishing communities, thriving children, and conquering despair with hope. Make a lasting impact at water.cc/50. where your support transforms lives and ensures a brighter future for all. Again, that's water.cc/FIFTY. Well, our guest today is Drew Holcomb. He's the lead singer of Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, who's heading out on tour with his wife, Ellie Holcomb, early next year. We talked to him about their Christmas shows that are going on right now, his new music, and how he balances pursuing his career goals and personal ones. Here's our conversation with Drew Holcomb.
Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
So I know you're getting ready for the Neighborly Christmas show that you do every year with Ellie. How did you guys start that tradition?
We honestly started about 18 years ago. Ellie and I we decided kind of on a whim to make a Christmas record, and we went in with our band and cut the entire thing in 2 days. And we thought, well, if we've got a little Christmas record, maybe we should do one show. And so we did like a variety show here in Nashville for a couple of years. And then we took 4 or 5 years off from it. And about 10 years ago, we decided to bring it back. And it's just become this sort of random, fun annual tradition. And we do one in Nashville and one in my hometown of Memphis. And yeah, they sell out every year in these big, beautiful theaters. And we get to have just a great time playing kind of a mixture of Christmas music, stuff from our catalog, and then from Ellie's as well.
He comes to make his blessings flow far as the curse.
That's awesome. Do you have like a favorite part of the show?
Well, Ellie does. My favorite part of the show is every year Ellie does "Oh Holy Night" with just her and Nathan on guitar, and it's sort of a showstopper. And then I do this really ridiculous version of "Run, Run, Rudolph," where I dance around the stage like an idiot. And yeah, those are my two favorite moments. And they're sort of on opposite ends of the Christmas spectrum.
Yeah, but I kind of love that you have all of the emotions of Christmas.
Yeah, it's great and it's terrible, right? It's the chaos of the holiday, the emotion of the holiday. It's an all-encompassing thing.
Yeah. Are you guys big Christmas people?
Ellie is like sort of the human embodiment of Elf. So yeah, she's a big Christmas person, and I like Christmas, but sometimes I can be a little bit of a stooge. So. Yeah. Scrooge. Did I say stooge? I meant Scrooge. That's Stooge.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't know that one.
Yeah. Scrooge. Sorry. Ellie's in the passenger seat laughing at me right now.
Also, hi, Ellie. I don't know if she can hear this, but please tell her I say hi.
No, she can. I'll tell she's saying hello.
Hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. I would love to know, like, what's it like to get to work with Ellie? Because, I know y'all were in a band together for so long, and then you'll have your separate careers. So what's it like to come back together?
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's really been great that we've got kind of gone our separate ways now for almost 11 years. And creatively, we're very different, but we also are probably each other's biggest fans. And so when we get to come back together in February to do our shows together for, that one kind of run every year, and then these Christmas shows are really the only things we do together. But I think Ellie brings a lot of sort of a youthful and playful spirit to the room everywhere she goes, but also is very an incredibly serious artist. So it's a great combination. I'm probably one of the only people who's not intimidated by her, so that's nice, because most everybody's intimidated by how good she is.
Good answer. Speaking of family, I did want to talk about the new song you released, because it's all about your kids. I played it for my mom actually before this, and she was sobbing. So
sorry about that.
You still don't like doing what you're told, but I guess that's okay. 'Cause pretty soon you'll be 21, out on the town just having fun. But I'll still remember you, my son, from way back when.
I'm curious, like, were you able to get through that song without crying?
No, definitely not. I mean, my friend and I that wrote it, he has a small child. I have 3, and yeah, we were just got to talking about how quickly it goes, and then we were also talking about we're at the stage where our parents are getting older, and kind of looking at both sides. It's a bit emotional, and I feel like it's kind of getting away from you. So we didn't even make it through writing the song without crying, much less performing it. I had to record it 5 or 6 times and take piecemeal takes because different parts of the song kind of got to me each time. So yeah, I mean, it definitely makes me cry too. I've made some jokes about how it's not a great song to release in the streaming era of music because it's not a song that people want to listen to over and over and over again because it's sort of a tearjerker.
Yeah, it's one that you listen to and you kind of got to sit with. You're not, it's not on repeat. It's a great song though. I do want to clarify that.
Thank you.
And, and I know it's your first one that you released since your album came out earlier this year. Is there going to be more music coming, or was this just something that inspired you in the moment?
Yeah, when we recorded the record, we recorded 22 songs, so we put out 11 of them, and we're going to release another 10. The full details of that are sort of TBD, but basically it's going to be kind of a volume 1, volume 2 story. So we're in the middle of finishing the sort of recordings of the second round and getting those ready for release over the next year.
That's exciting. Do y'all have a release date yet on that, or you're still figuring that out?
We're tentative, but we haven't quite nailed it. But we're going to probably start leaking more songs out probably here in February, March.
I'm feeling mighty fine this morning. I got good music on my radio.
I do actually want to go back really quickly. Speaking of family, you were talking about just kind of like that reflection time. And I was talking with a friend yesterday who recently became a new parent this year and is already feeling the tension between being a good parent and pursuing their career and dreams. And I know that that's something you and Ellie have been doing for years. Do you have any advice for parents that are starting that journey?
Yeah, I think you got to put as much intentionality into your parenting as you do into chasing your career dreams. There's plenty of room for both, but they're going to overlap. There's going to be tension, and sometimes, your career is going to have to give a bit, and sometimes your expectations of your own parenting have to give a bit. And so I think there's sort of a fine line. The thing that I love that my dad did and my grandfather did, who I grew up down the street from, was they had all these various passions and dreams, some of which were work related, some weren't, and they figured out how to bring their kids into that. So for us, that's it's really hard to take 3 kids on the road, and it's more expensive. But sometimes we just do it because we need to. Now, we don't do it all the time. We do it sometimes. If we're going to do something fun on the road, sometimes I'll take Emmylou with me, or especially as they get older, it's a little easier because they can kind of roll, But yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons that Ellie got off the road was because we were traveling in a van 100 days a year, and it felt like sort of not a great situation to have a 6-month-old riding around in a car seat for 3 to 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
And just needed some space. So, sacrifices were made, but then she found another sort of path of her own in that season. So I think it's definitely possible to pursue your dreams in your career while still being a good parent. You just have to recognize that sometimes one or two, either or both of those things are gonna have to give.
Yeah, like I said, I just have a lot of friends who are starting to navigate that journey, and it's interesting to see it happen.
Yeah, and I think that's part of everybody goes through that regardless of what your dream is. You got to always make those choices between people and career and try to meld them as much as possible. But also there's going to be some sacrifice on both sides.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Well, what are you looking forward to when you go on tour in February?
Yeah, Ellie and I are going to put out some new songs that we've been working on. So playing those new songs will be really fun. I mean, one of my favorite things about this tour with Ellie is that we do 2 sets. There's no opener, so we get to play a lot of songs. But then we typically, towards the sort of end of the night, we start taking requests, and you just never know what's going to happen. So every night is different, and it's a fun challenge because people will yell out songs that we haven't played in years, and sometimes we'll try to pull them off, and sometimes it doesn't go very well. It turns into a bit of a comedy routine, but it's fun to not know what's going to happen at that point in the show. And that's the only tour we've ever done that for.
Is there a stop that you're really looking forward to this year?
Yeah, well, so after the tour with Ellie in February, we'll spend April and May with the band doing sort of the big cross country all over the place tour. It's 32 shows in 45 days, I think. And we're playing a lot of sort of great historic venues, places like the 930 Club in D.C. and the Fillmore in San Francisco and House of Blues in Chicago, which is one of the original House of Blueses. And then we end the tour with 2 nights at the Ryman. So I basically told my agent I want to play all my favorite rooms in one tour, and that's what we're doing. And so I think it's going to be a really meaningful and fun kind of way to close out this Find Your People tour, which this song has had more legs kind of than any song we've ever put out. And so it's just created, we've got to play the Macy's Parade. We're doing Jimmy Kimmel again. We've got to do all sorts of neat stuff that we haven't done before or that we haven't done in a long time. And this tour, I think, will be a nice sort of end cap on this season of this song and this record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the Macy's Day Parade because I wanted to ask, how was that experience?
It was honestly really fun. I mean, my first time to lip sync, so that was kind of hilarious. But the performance piece was fun. But the fun part was the parade. You start by the Natural History Museum in New York, which is on the Upper West Side, and you go down Central Park West and Central Park South and down 6th Avenue. And everywhere you look, there's an 15-person deep crowd. And everybody's just so kind of happy to be there. It's just sort of the best of humanity, and it feels very sort of hope-inducing, and to see the best of people, and people are yelling at everything's people that do know our music that are yelling, "Hey, Drew," or "I'm from Memphis," or "I'm from Nashville," or people that are like, "Who are you guys?" And then people yelling out lyrics and stuff like that. So it's a very unique event that I'd never really thought about doing, and then doing it was really satisfying.
Born to give them second birth.
That was Drew Holcomb. Go check out Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors' Christmas album. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. You don't want to miss that. And they have a new single as well while you're over there getting the Christmas album. Check out the new single as well. Okay, stay tuned. Up next, we pick it. Top Christmas movie of all time.
Fell down to my knees. Lord, got me please. I fell down on my knees. Lord, got me please. My soul is for you, Lord. I travel far.
You're listening to Charles Bradley. The song is Mary's Baby. Well, today's show is brought to you in part by Factor. It's a busy time of year, and you might be looking for nutritious, convenient meals to keep you energized on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling your holiday to-dos. Choose from more than 35 weekly flavor-packed, fresh, never-frozen meals that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences, all delivered right to your door and ready to eat in 2 minutes. If you're looking for special occasion meals during the holidays, you can level up with Gourmet Plus options, including premium ingredients, prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Or if you need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best during the holidays, try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. This November, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Head to factormeals.com/relevant50 and use code relevant50 to get 50% off. That's code relevant50 at factormeals.com/relevant50 to get 50% off. All right, we're going to do this as fast as we can because there's a lot of Christmas movies, but we are going to take it on. We are going to name the ultimate Christmas movie. It's the ultimate Christmas movie bracket. Here we go. We have basically 4 categories. We have kind of classics. This is a little bit more of a mishmash miscellaneous classic or category, but it's primarily classics. There's a couple things in there that aren't. Then there's the comedy category. Then there's the rom-com romance category. And then there's kind of the kids family movie category. So And then kind of the final four will be the champ from each of those. So here we go. We're just going to debate it. We're going to name it. And here we go. First up, going against each other, It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th Street?
Neither. Can both of them lose?
Stop it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with
I'll
It's
take,
a Wonderful
I'll take
Life.
Miracle on 31st Street.
See, I'm a tiebreaker. I'm going to go It's a Wonderful Life as well.
I'm going to go Miracle on. I'm going to go Miracle on 31st Street just since it's not black and white, because black and white more movies are
It was
boring.
colorized. It was shot in black and white.
All right, I guess I'll give it to you.
All right. A Christmas Story or Noel? Noel being the one with a more
Kendrick.
recent one. Anna Kendrick. Yeah, it was good.
Christmas
it was really good.
Story.
Well, if you
It
have
has
to,
to be.
give a caveat of what it is, I think it's got to be A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Okay. Yeah, Christmas Story is classic. All right.
Yeah.
Scrooged or A Muppet's Christmas Carol?
Scrooged.
I was going to
Interesting.
go
I'm
with the
going
Muppets,
Muppets
but
Christmas
I'm
Carol.
good with Scrooged.
Hey, look, you stay your ground. Stay your ground. You ain't got to go with
I mean,
us.
I would prefer Muppets, but
Bill Murray versus the Muppets. Come on now.
you're right.
But
That's
it's a
good
good.
point.
Muppet's
Bill
Christmas Carol
Murray.
holds up really well.
Bill
Anyway.
Murray.
Okay, Spirited, which is the Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds musical that came out last year on Apple TV. Spirited or White Christmas, the classic
What?
Bing Crosby.
Why Christmas
White
got to be
Christmas.
white?
I'm going to go White Christmas because I watched Spirited not knowing it was a musical.
Going Spirited.
All right, next
Moving on.
next category. Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, or Four Christmases.
You know the answer here, bro. I don't even know why you.
Yeah, it's
you
gotta
know
be
it's
Christmas
Christmas
Vacation.
vacation, bro.
Yeah.
You know the answer here.
Four Christmases is good, but it's not
I
classic.
know, but I feel like
Yeah.
you put a 1 seed with like a 3 seed here. But anyway,
Bro, this they was cooked before they even started.
The Jim Carrey live action, How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 2000, or Elf.
Elf.
Elf, not close.
Not even close. Friday After Next or Christmas with the Cranks?
I'm going with my boy Q.
It's gotta be
bro.
Friday.
Give me
Friday
Friday
after
after
next.
next, bro.
Are you serious over Christmas? All right.
I didn't think
I
Christmas
love
with
it.
the Cranks was
Without a doubt.
good.
Yeah.
It was not.
Oh, I did. Typical. I mean, it was like, it's fine.
Friday
All right,
after next was not typical. A crackhead stole a Christmas tree.
Last Holiday, or Office Christmas Party. The one with Jason Bateman and, it's off color.
I don't think I've seen
Office Christmas
any of
Party
these.
or Last Holiday.
Last Holiday. I love Queen Latifah. I miss her.
I don't recall-
Queen
I don't
Latifah, Last
recall-
Holiday. I thought that was her movie. I
I
ain't
don't
seen
recall
it, but it's
either
Queen.
film, so I'll give it.
She's
to
going
Queen
to
Latifah.
die, so she
Yeah.
goes and cashes in all of her retirement money on an epic
Done. Queen Latifah don't
vacation.
miss.
Love it.
She's good
Love
in
the
everything.
pitch.
Falls in love and ends up. No, I'm not going to tell the end. All
It's
right, here we
great.
go. All right, new category. This is the rom-com category. Although Last Holiday was pretty much a rom-com. The Holiday or Love Actually.
This is tough
Holiday.
for me, but I'm going to go Holiday.
I'm gonna go with whatever Emily says.
There you
That's the
go.
right answer,
Next
Derek.
one. The Family Stone or Die Hard.
Die Hard, no question.
Die Hard.
Okay, I'm going to go Family Stone. No surprise. Or whatever.
I don't want to be depressed. Sorry.
While You Were Sleeping, or the Princess Switch, which I don't know what that one is.
I've
While
never
You Were
heard of it.
Sleeping, definitely the better one.
Yeah, we'll go
Okay,
while you're sleeping.
Cool.
All right, last one in this category: Last Christmas or The Best Man Holiday.
Is Last
Right.
Christmas the Lindsay Lohan one?
No. Last Christmas is the one with Amelia Clark. It came out like a few years ago. She there's like an angel involved. It wasn't that great. Best Man Holiday is the clear winner
Yeah.
here.
Best.
All right, let's go Best
Man Holiday.
All right, next category. This is the family ones: the Santa Claus or the Polar Express.
I'm
Santa
going to
Claus.
Santa Claus.
Polar
Agreed.
Express scares me.
Frosty the Snowman, the classic 1960s animated one, Frosty the Snowman, or Jack Frost,
Jack Frost.
the one with Mark.
Frosty the Snow.
short.
Man.
Jack
I'm
Frost.
going Jack Frost.
Really?
Yo, yeah.
I'm surprised by that. All
Hard
right,
short, man.
Jingle All the Way or Charlie Brown Christmas.
Jingle all the way.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. Okay. Last one in this category: Home Alone or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Home
the
Alone.
claymation
Home Alone.
Not even close.
Obviously.
Not even a question. Okay, next round 2. Here we go. Wonderful Life or A Christmas Story.
Christmas story.
Christmas.
Christmas Story.
Interesting. Okay. Next one, Scrooged or White Christmas?
Scrooged.
Really?
Yes.
I like
Bill
White
Murray,
Christmas
man.
better, but again,
I do too, but
We
whatever.
going Scrooged.
It's 2-1 on that, on y'all. All right, next category: National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or Elf. Oh no,
I hate seeing Elf go so early, but it's
Elf.
got to be
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Elf.
Both classics of the genre, but
I am flabbergasted.
Christmas Vacation's probably going to win. I mean, it's untouchable.
I mean, next one is Friday After Next or The Last Holiday.
Friday.
I'm going to say
Can't
Last
believe
Holiday
it.
because, again, I love Queen Latifah, but whatever.
Sorry, Queen. I love
Okay,
you.
next
but
one: The
crackheads
Holiday
stole the Christmas
or
tree.
Die Hard. The
Die
Holiday
Hard.
or all
The Holiday,
Hard?
Die
please
Hard,
let the
easy.
holiday.
Die
Easy.
hard, man.
This
Sorry,
hurts.
Emily. It's over with.
This hurts so deeply.
While You Were Sleeping or The Best Man Holiday.
Best Man Holiday.
Okay, yeah, I ain't really.
Yeah, I'll go
have-
Best Man
but
Holiday.
Sure, for sure.
The fact that The Best Man Holiday made it past Elf is sickening.
That's
Well,
sickening and it is a travesty to mankind.
Well, it's going up against Die Hard next round, so good luck.
All right, The Santa Claus or Jack Frost.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, agreed.
here we go.
Charlie Brown Christmas or Home Alone.
Home Alone, man.
Home Alone.
I can't believe
Sad to
All
see
right,
Charlie
we're
Brown
on
go.
Elf against you had the playoffs in the first round with Elf and Christmas
I know.
Vacation.
That's the worst. That's
It
the
is,
worst.
you know what I'm
All right,
saying?
here we go. Next round. Round 3. Christmas Story or Scrooged?
Christmas Story.
Christmas
Christmas
story.
Story. Yep.
Ooh. You guys are advocating for Bill Murray so much. Okay, Christmas Vacation or Friday After Next?
Friday.
Sorry. It's got to
Christmas
be Christmas
Vacation.
Vacation.
Sorry.
A ride with my dog Cube and Mike Epps and Cat Williams.
Oh, man. Next one. Die Hard or While You Were Sleeping?
Die
I
Hard.
don't know. Best
Wait,
Man
no.
Holiday, you mean? Well,
Oh.
Best Man Holiday, but it
No.
don't matter. It's Die Hard anyway.
No.
Why you were
Yeah,
sleeping
it's Die
lost
Hard
to
versus Best Man Holiday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed
Yeah.
because that one went into that cell.
Either-
Sorry.
it's all
Okay, here we
good.
go. I'm going to
Either
do
way-
it clean.
either way,
Here we
it's
go.
Die.
Die Hard or The Best Man Holiday?
Die Hard.
Die Hard, no
sorry,
question.
sorry.
Well,
Best
Holiday
Man.
lost, so I
All
don't
right.
care anymore.
Last one for the semifinals. The Santa Claus or Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Okay, here we go. We are in the
Final
final
four.
four. First matchup: A Christmas Story or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation for sure.
Gotta be.
This is
This
a
is
good
where-
final four.
I
It's
know,
Christmas
I
Story,
know.
Christmas Vacation versus Die Hard versus Home Alone. So Die Hard or Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Home
I'm
Alone.
going Home Alone for sure.
Now this is
Okay.
tough.
This is
tough.
this is it. We're in the finals. This is it.
It's Home Alone.
Christmas
For
Vacation
me.
or Home Alone?
It's Home Alone
I've
for
watched
me.
both. I've watched both in the last week, and though I
I'm going
love
Christmas
both
Vacation.
deeply, I'm going Christmas Vacation.
Oh, it's Home Alone for me. Ah.
She's a view,
National
Clark.
Lampoon's Christmas
She's a view,
Vacation,
Clark.
the best one of all time. The only thing about Christmas Vacation for me is when I'm sitting down with the full family and watching it, the pool scene
Yeah.
and the little hubba hubba at the glove counter. You know, it's just a little like I don't need the sexual innuendo with the little
It was
kids in the
National
room.
Lampoon. I mean, I'm not making an excuse, but
Right.
I mean that was
Come on, we know
like
what it
the
is.
whole comedy institution was known for.
Yeah, being lewd.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's your winner for the ultimate Christmas movie bracket, A Christmas Vacation. There it is. Well, before we wrap things up, I want to thank Drew Holcomb for joining us today. And like the last few episodes, all the songs on today's episode you can find on our Spotify playlist, A Very Relevant Christmas. I guess it's the last few days before Christmas, so if you need a soundtrack for opening the presents, go grab it. It's 450 songs. So you can just hit play and just let it play till New Year, you know. It's a great playlist. Also, make sure to hit up relevantmagazine.com every weekday where we are covering the intersection of faith, culture, and everything in between. God, life, culture, justice, good stuff. Follow us on all the socials. Sign up for our newsletter there at the website to get our top 5 trending stories sent to your inbox every weekday morning. And be on the lookout for our next digital issue coming in the next couple of weeks. All right, on that note, we'll wrap it up. I'm Cameron
Jesse
Strang.
Carey.
I'm Derek Miner.
I'm Emily Brown.
All right, we'll see you on Friday. Have a great week, everyone.
for listening to the Relevant Podcast. Check out our features, interviews, and news updates every day at relevantmagazine.com. And make sure to follow Relevant on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest. For more great podcasts, browse the shows on the Relevant Podcast Network, which you can find at our site. And while you're there, don't miss the all-new era of Relevant Magazine. A new issue releases every other month at relevantmagazine.com.
I had a black eye that day and just popped it right on.
Relevant Podcast Network.